But 24 for me is chilling. I'm thinking like, bro, I'm still lit. Like I got a couple more years to figure shit out. Shorty's is like, damn, I got a couple more years to figure out if I gonna ever have kids. I'm like, oh, that is. All right, chat, let's go meet for meet in chat, bro.
Hey boy, whoa, why are you talking to me like that?
I don't react to any music, but because they be taking money, I have bills, But videos I do react to are videos like this one right here from Hoe Math called Money, Not Love. Did equity work? And basically this video is about,
in 2025, I'm dating for money, not love. I'm sorry. I'm dating for money, not love.
Well, at least.
And that is what we're gonna be watching. The transition could have been better. My transition was kind of shaky. I ain't gonna lie.
In 2025, I'm dating for money, not love. I'm sorry. I'm dating for money, not love.
Well, at
and
least.
I just feel like that right there shows more about you and your decisions and your mental thinking skills, right? Because I think, in my opinion, if you settle for one thing in terms of dating, if you just have one big thing that you're looking at, regardless of what that thing is, you probably need to do some more work on what your qualifications for an individual is. Also, you could get money without being married to somebody. You could just get bread. You know what I'm saying? You don't have to marry somebody to get bread. So there's a multitude of things that you kind of have to work out with that. I'm not gonna lie. Maybe it's just me.
You're honest. So why?
So a gold digger, yeah, for sure.
I always enter relationships with like a 50-50 mindset. Like I'm always ready for like equality.
That's beautiful.
Well, that's good to hear. That's not like her at all. You want equality from others, so you give it to others. That's the golden rule.
Right. Treat others how you want to be treated, chat. That's exactly how it should be in a relationship. You want a shorty that gonna cook for you? You should be able to cook for her. You want a nigga that's gonna provide for you? You should be able to provide things for your nigga. Real talk.
There's no equality because we
give it to others. That's the golden rule.
Even though there is no equality because we live in a patriarchy, so why am I acting equal?
Oh, well, that is kind of what I expected. It's exactly like her. Anyway, I guess you're not dating for money for traditional reasons. By the way, the kind of men that you can date for money might not also be the kind who want to smash the patriarchy. He looks like he hates the patriarchy. You should get his number. Anyway, it sounds like you don't want equality or tradition.
Sorry.
It's fine, really. Just tell me, why are you dating for money?
I've never ever thought that I would be the type of person who would want to date someone for money, but dating for love isn't working.
Okay.
Agreed.
I'm not enjoying myself, and transparently, inflation is crazy.
Okay, also, I just want to say, dating for love is another thing that you can't just strictly date for. Like I said, once you start looking at the qualifications of who you want to be with for the rest of your life in one spectrum, in one area, whether it's love, whether it's money, you're doing something wrong. Like, it's a multitude of things that go into committing with somebody, that goes into committing to somebody. Damn, I was struggling right there. My goodness. But outside just how deep is that nigga's pockets, I'm not gonna lie. Like, that's how I be thinking about it, right? Because one day you're not gonna, like, love is so broad, bro, and niggas just think that it means happiness when it means so much other things. Like, love means like when I'm mad at you, I'm able to stick by your side. You feel what I'm saying? And that shit is not easy. You feel what I'm saying? And back to her point, she said it doesn't make her happy.
Myself, and transparently, inflation is crazy.
Okay, so then you don't have a new ideology. You're just giving up on equality because it's too expensive, which is one of the funniest possible sentences.
I only have a few good years left in me. Like, I am going to use them for what they're worth.
So if I got—
Yo, I know I've been pausing. I'm so sorry. Yo, you know what's one of my homegirls brought up to my attention today? It really be slipping my mind, but there's a handful of women out there who genuinely like have a clock above their head, and the clock is forever winding down, like, for what they can and can't achieve. And I just never been that type of person in my mind to where I'm like, oh yeah, by this time, if I don't have this, I'm cooked. I'm always like, yo, you know, by this time, I'm always be able to get whatever I wanted to, whether it was like a girl, whether it was kids, whether it was bread, whether it was a job, whether it was a drum out, like, literally whatever it was. I thought that I could get it at any time, but some shorties, they see it as like, yo, this time. And like, I get it, because to some aspect, it is true. But it just, she brought it back to my perspective. And that is a crazy thing to live with, especially since like I'm 24. You know what I'm saying? But 24 for me is chilling. I'm thinking like, bro, I'm still lit. Like, I got a couple more years to figure shit out. Shorties is like, damn, I got a couple more years to figure out if I gonna ever have kids. I'm like, oh, that is like, I can have a kid yesterday or I can have a kid in 15 years. And I'm just like, hey, you know what I'm saying? They're like, I kind of got like 5 good years on me left to get this off. And that is a crazy thing to me that I be forgetting, bro.
That right. You want to trade being a woman
okay.
for money without any of that traditional stuff, while also smashing the patriarchy, which really just means men who are already pretty
I'm
smashed.
20. Yeah, you're
lie,
cooked.
But that reminds me of this rude meme about prostitution. See, the joke is that women think they're awesome until times get tough, and then they rely on men again, which is what patriarchy is.
Yo, that meme was crazy.
Isn't patriarchy when you depend on men who deal directly with the Lord? So if I'm following you here, you used to depend on men and we provided for you, but then you wanted to be independent and intimidating, so then you had the government write some laws to increase equality, but then equality was too expensive for some reason. The reason is that you doubled the size of the labor pool. So now you're raising your standards to a man who earns more, even though you want to still get paid the same. I didn't even need to leave this page. It's all right here. So that's a real funny definition of equality, that we get paid the same, but men have to give more. Several people have challenged me on this, that men give more to the government and women get more. And it's really not hard to use Google. Only men pay taxes, and everybody knew that but you. Here's what that looks like, and here's your net impact. This is what you contribute.
Oh, shoot. I'm not gonna lie, the conversation got too small. I was like trying to lock in to make sure that I could understand what was going on, but my shit started circuiting, bro. I'm not gonna lie. Once he started bringing up graphs and trigonometry and lines and dotted lines, bro, I got flashbacks, bro. I got mean PTSD, bro. I started circuiting. Like, I can't even say it right, bro. I almost started tweaking. Ah! My fault. You're right. Let me lie.
This is what you cost, meaning that the average woman costs $150,000. And even considering all
Night Furry,
it was still too expensive for you to be equal, even though it's not too expensive for us to be equal,
right?
Even though we get paid the same.
Okay.
We have to give more to the government, which gives it to you. So if all that was true, then it would be too expensive for us. And it is. So it's not that lovable guys don't have money or that guys with money are no fun. There's some overlap. It's that guys with money are just very short in supply. A lot of you.
Right, because like when you really look at it and you break it down, you really got to think like 90% of my chat is broke. You see what I'm saying? Like 90% of the people who are watching me right now, like literally right now, are dead broke. Like broke. You know what I'm saying? So when you really start to understand the short supply that there really is, you feel what I'm saying, shorty? You start to see why like you having those difficulties like type shit. No shade to chat though. You know what I'm saying?
Are looking for a few of them. In other words, if this wasn't working, then why would this work? Everyone is looking for a man in finance. 6'5", blue eyes. There just aren't that many.
Right.
So unfortunately, the answer to where have all the good men gone is that they are busy. They found good women. So you can date for money if you want. Just remember, so is everyone else. By the way, this is a golden rectangle.
You know, I actually, just to wrap this video off, I had asked this girl one time, like, what is the point in their standards being so high? Because there is an objectivity to when girls say things that I'm like, me and you both understands at the basis of this. As humans, what you're asking for is kind of stupid, right? And I'm like, why put yourself in such a minute pool of people who, even if that person does exist the way that you want them to, 9 times out of 10, they are getting so much attention from women that they're probably placed in a position where they're more than likely a bad person. I.e., if there's a 6'7" nigga with hella bread and spends it on women easily, he's probably doing that to multiple women. You'll probably easily be closer to one of those multiple women and not the main woman. You get what I'm saying? And I asked her, I was like, what is your reason for doing that? And her words verbatim were, it's fun. Because girls do, like, if you're an attractive shorty, like, let's just say a 6.5, you get a good amount of attention, twin. I'm not gonna, like, they get a good amount of attention. So whenever they go for like the high shit, it's for fun. But in actuality, they'll end up settling for like some like, you know what I'm saying? Someone that they never said was ever their type. I got a homegirl who only dates 6'5" niggas and dated a nigga that was like 5'8". You see what I'm saying? So it's like, it don't matter. If you the right nigga, none of what shorties be saying on these be mattering. But if you're gonna date only for money, you have a problem. If you're gonna date somebody for only one thing, you have a problem. A person is a package. It's not just one thing, bro. You gotta love all of them. With that being said, I hope you guys enjoyed the reaction. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe down below. 2 reactions today on this channel, 1 animation on the other channel weekly. I'll catch y'all on the next one. Bye. Peace.